Now you're letting them up for a second, then blam! Back into the freezing water, over and over again. There, feel better? See how simple that was to get you to laugh at some silly little... So take breaks that allow you to laugh with other people. Tip number 3. Oh, I have so many. Do you know what this is? It's Kaleidoscope Fly Eye. I recommend you all buy one. Why? Because it reminds you that you can look at anything in thousands of different ways. And half of those ways will involve your sense of humor. And probably a third of those ways will drag you down into a pit of despair. And if you have this, I keep one on my desk to remind me that if I'm on the phone with Comcast again, that I have options in the way I respond to this situation that I'm dealing with. And some of those options will make it worse. And some of those options will make it better. And so I recommend you buy one of those. It's really cheap. Tip number 4 is you need to challenge your ego on a regular basis. And if the majority of our stress comes from our ego, the best way to get over yourself is to get over your ego, right? It's hard. Challenging our ego is hard. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips for how to do that. So I used to teach a class for seniors. Those are people who used to be older than me, but now I have aged into that age group myself. And it was held at Macy's in Eugene in the Rotunda. So every time I taught a class, occasionally I'd wear a funny hat. They really liked them, so I started always wearing a funny hat. This is one of them. And I put it on, I taught the class on Saturday in Macy's, upstairs, and I put it on in the parking lot, walked through the parking lot, into the store, all the way to the escalator. Like 40 people saw me and pretend that they didn't. And I'm always thinking, who's the crazy one? The one in the hat who knows she's wearing the hat? Or the 40 people going, she's not there, she's not there. And then the last time I did this, the elevators come down by the cosmetic ladies, and you know how serious they are in their white lab coats, like they have PhDs in mascaraology. And I decided I was going to brighten one of their days, so I went up to the Clinique counter and I said, do you have a lipstick that'll bring out my bird? I think that was funny. Everybody else did. My favorite, I spend too much time in airports. And usually when you're in an airport, what you want more than anything else is for people to get out of your way so you can catch a connecting flight. People always get out of my way. And it works on the people movers in Seattle and Denver. So you don't even have to do the running. And I'm a hot, flashy woman making my own breeze, and I get a hickey afterwards, so it's totally good. But now think about what your ego says. What does your ego say at the thought of wearing something like this, even if you don't know anybody? Right? That is how powerful your ego is in terms of ruling the stress of your life. It tells you, I could not do that. But could you do it with a group of 4 friends? Because there's safety in numbers. So I recommend that you regularly challenge your ego. You might have to do it in a group. And I'm not saying do this at work. I'm saying do this on your own time so that when you come back to work, you're rejuvenated, recharged, and better able to deal with people. Tip number, whatever number I'm on, 4, 5, A, 7, something like that, 5. I recommend that everybody, and this will be my last one, I recommend that everyone keeps in their glove box an animal snout. Because we come pre-warned for stress when we arrive at work, right? If you've been in traffic, so the next time you're stuck and traffic isn't going anywhere, you strap on a snout. I guarantee it'll change your perspective, because how could it not? Especially if you do this. This is why I don't drink. So, I was doing a presentation in Salem, and the next day a woman emailed me. She said she went out at lunch